You are listening to Unstoppable Actors, the essential podcast for ambitious, unknown actors with me, Louise, the artistic director of Standby Method Acting Studio. And for the last 13 years, I've been taking unknown actors with blank CVs all the way to Netflix dramas, Amazon Prime films, TV soaps, and stage plays around the world. And every week I'll be talking with you and sharing how you can become a paid working unstoppable actor, because you 1000% can. An acting career is doable. Are you ready to dive into the episode? Hello, welcome back to the podcast. If you are a regular listener and you're returning, I am going to be taking you backstage into my own acting career and sharing with you how I got cast in a film that is now on Amazon Prime, which has been shown in Canada, the US, the UK, and Australia. And if you are brand new to the podcast, well, what an episode to find yourself on. Because I know that you want acting work. I know you are thirsty and hungry for the knowledge to know what to do to get you from where you are now all the way into paying acting jobs, whether it be film, TV, stage, voiceover, commercials, radio, whatever it is that you want to do. As I've been coaching actors for just over 14 years, and I've helped them build up their careers, as you hear in the intro, and I've found opportunities for myself and done lots of brilliant work myself, which has also included stage work that I've done abroad, that was in things like Hello magazine, as I've worked on feature films with recognisable actors from the industry. I definitely have knowledge and experience that can help you. I am a firm believer that we need more new, fresh faces breaking out into the industry. I'm a firm believer that there are characters out there that only you can play that need you, your life experience, your skills, your unique perspective to be able to play them. I set myself a massive mission as an actress, and it's to heal the world one audience member at a time. Some people think I'm crazy for having that. I'm okay when people say I'm crazy because it means a lot to me. And I don't expect people to understand it. I know why that's my mission. You've got a mission with your own acting. It might be that you want to leave your audiences with something. It might be that you want to inspire other people that they can become an actor when you show them that you've done it. We've all got our own missions. And when I got that role in the film that's been on Amazon Prime, that's one step in me getting towards my mission. So whatever your mission is, you've got to make it big enough that it's going to keep you motivated. Now, before I dive into how I got a role on Amazon Prime, if you want more acting work in 2025, or you want your first paid acting job in 2025, we've got applications open for the January 2025 10-week method acting training. The module that's coming up is all about building believable characters, and it is incredible. The exercises that we do in that, the method acting exercises that I share with you and coach you and guide you through, are ones that you will use for the rest of your career, because you will up-level your skills to such a degree that people start sitting up and paying attention to you. So the January 2025 10-week method acting training starts on Wednesday the 17th of January. It's online, so you can be from anywhere in the world. We combine mindset with method acting to get you to become a truly unstoppable actor so you achieve the goals you've set out for yourself. Auditions are in January. I've left the link underneath the episode, so once you've listened to it, go and click on it, go and read up on it, or you can go to www.standbymethod.com. And then all the information is under the tab Acting Training, under the 10-week method acting modules. So let's dive into this then. Let's crack on. How did I get a role on a film, or in a film that's now on Amazon Prime and being shown around the world? Which, it sounds mental to even say that here I am, where I live, with my 2 cats recording a podcast, and yet there's people who are watching me on Amazon Prime right now. It is crazy to even think that. But it's also incredible and really bloody exciting. So I have coached actors for 14 years, and I had a massive break from the industry. I just decided I wanted to put all of my energy into my acting students. At the time that I took the break, it was the right thing for me to do. And then I started getting these niggles, like these intuitive nudges that, and they weren't from me. It was like almost like, and if you're spiritual, you'll understand this. like divine intervention saying, come on, right, now's your time. And I tried to ignore these niggles. And actually, I just need to just jump in and interrupt myself telling this story. When I first got started with acting way back when I was 14, I was getting these little niggles then. I had a thought in my head, but it wasn't really my thought. It wasn't my internal monologue voice. It was almost, again, like it was divine intervention. And the voice said to me, you need to follow acting. This is going to be your path, your life. So I did. And then obviously I took the break, as I've just shared with you, because it was right for me to do that. And I focused on building up my students' careers. And then I started getting these niggles again, almost like divine intervention. And it was, this time it wasn't a voice in my head. This time it was a feeling, like an intuitive nudge. It wasn't my feeling though. It felt like it was something external. And I don't want to worry those of you that don't get those kind of feelings, because if you're passionate about acting and you love it, you've got to follow it. But if you're like me and you are very intuitively connected and you also get those feelings, you must follow them. Don't ignore them, because they're just going to grow stronger and stronger and stronger like they did for me. So I decided to surrender to them and give in. I thought, what have I got to lose? I knew I'd built careers up, or helped build careers up for my students. So I knew I could do it for myself, but I knew I had to go in with this idea that it was going to be an experiment. I knew I had to work through the issues and challenges that I had as an actor, because we've all got them. Mine specifically was around auditions and rejection. So what I decided to do in the background is I decided to work on my method acting skills every single day, because I knew if I was working on my method acting skills, I would believe in myself. I knew I absolutely would do that. But then I also needed to feed my mind and believe that I could make this happen. Even though I was still going to see it as an experiment and just see what happens, I still needed to feed my mind and nourish it good things. So I was working away in the background on my craft. I was practicing and getting better at my method acting exercises, which is also known as honing your craft. That's a key part of being a successful actor. I was working on my mindset. I had done absolutely tons and tons of research. I've been to Q&As with people like Robert De Niro, Al Pacino. I have studied the actors who were at the top of their game, and I have collated everything on what they share, helped them find the success that they found. And I thought, well, I just need to follow in their footsteps. And obviously, as I've already shared, one part of that was method acting and getting really good at that. And the other part was mindset, like having this absolute belief in yourself. Because I know that what you feed your mind becomes your reality. I mentioned this a couple of podcast episodes ago, but I created a guided visualization for success. And I made a promise to myself I was going to listen to it every single night without fail. And I did. It's only 10 minutes long. Sometimes I believed in what I was hearing on it. Sometimes I didn't. But I was like, it doesn't matter whether I believe it or not, because I'm doing it and I am impressing my mind with new beliefs. I am conditioning myself for success, because I know that your mind is like a sponge. So this combination of working on method acting and your mindset is bloody powerful. Powerful beyond measure. So powerful. I knew an acting career was doable. I knew because I'd seen the evidence. And this is what I want to share with you. Like, if other people have done it and they're ahead of you, that's evidence that it's doable. Just because it's not happened for you yet, that's not evidence that it's not doable. There is evidence all around you that an acting career is doable, and there are people like you, similar to you, who are paid professional working actors. One of the stories that stuck with me was the story of Al Pacino, who was so bloody poor when he first started his acting career. If you don't know who Al Pacino is, he's a method actor who has had a career that has spanned decades. Like, he's in his 70s now, and he's been acting since probably his early 20s. I can't remember exactly when. I read one of the books that was written about him. I've been to a Q&A with him. I've watched a ton of his films. I've watched interviews with him. I have studied that man literally like I was stalking him, but I weren't stalking him. And his story is that when he first decided he wanted to be an actor, he'd become homeless and he was having to sleep in a theatre. He had no money. And how he first started his acting training before he could even get to any classes was to sit in cafes and people watch. And I was like, do you know what? I am learning such a huge lesson here, that man was bloody resilient, and he believed in himself and he did everything that he could to make himself a skilled actor. So I thought, it's simple. I need to copy him, but in my own unique way. So that's why I got down and dirty with the method acting exercises in my own time. I weren't even sharing this on socials. I weren't talking about it on the podcast. I just decided to get on with it. I didn't need to make a song and dance about it or shout about it. I just needed to get on with it. So the method acting exercises I was practicing religiously was the sense memory, chair relaxation, concentration exercises, script analysis. There was absolutely loads of them. But I was making time every single day. And then every single night before I went to sleep, I was listening to this guided visualization for success that I'd created. I started that in March 2022, the guided visualization for success. I'd been working on my acting skills in the background since December 2021. As soon as I started listening to this guided visualization for success, I started to notice small changes at first and then big, massive changes. And the massive changes were I started to spot auditions for my casting type everywhere. Now, these were probably there before, but because I didn't have the belief and the mindset, I weren't spotting them because my brain was filtering them out. And this is how powerful the mind is. If you tell yourself, oh, well, I want to be an actor, but it doesn't happen for people like me, your brain will find evidence that backs that belief up. Whereas if you tell yourself, I can do it, it's doable, I know it's going to happen for me, your brain will find evidence that backs that belief up as well. And this is why I started spotting all these opportunities. And I'm telling you now, I was having more auditions than I've ever had in my entire acting career altogether. And it was so fucking exciting, pardon my French, so exciting. And this fear I had around auditions that I previously had just disappeared because I changed my mindset on that as well. I was like, it's all an experiment. It is just an experiment and I'm going to surrender. And I don't need to turn every audition into a yes. I just need to get to as many auditions as I can because I knew it was a numbers game. First audition back, I shared this 2 podcast episodes ago. Everything was against me, personal life, on my way to the audition. If you've heard this story before, it's a good refresher for you. But I still believed in myself. I still went in and did it and I surrendered. And I was like, well, whatever will happen, will happen. I'm doing this audition. I'm here. Did it, got cast. I'd set myself a goal that I needed to do 2 paid feature films before I could apply for agents. As soon as I'd finished that film, I was like, fuck it. Why do I need to do 2 paid feature films? I believe in myself. I know I've got something to offer to this industry. And I believe this in a humble way, not in a braggy, arrogant way, but you've got to be your biggest cheerleader. So then I applied for loads of agents. And I got offers from a good number of agents. And I was like, whoa, Louise 15 years ago would never have believed this would have happened because I didn't believe in myself fully, if I'm being honest. Even though I did do paid acting work and very good jobs as well, there was still a part of me that did not fully believe in myself. That film is now on Amazon Prime. And I have got incredible feedback for that. And that is now something that I can take to casting directors and go, hey, have you seen this film that I'm in? Have you seen the reviews that I'm getting? It's an easy way for me to speak to them because I've got something to talk about. But I put it all down to a combination of the method acting practice that I was doing in the background and this guided visualization for success. I am so passionate about unknown actors becoming unstoppable actors. I don't care what your circumstances are. I don't care whether you've been brought up in poverty like I was or you've been brought up with money coming out of every orifice. At the end of the day, you are a human with passion who wants to be a paid working actor. And wherever on the spectrum you are in terms of finances, your life situation and circumstances, you can become an unstoppable actor. And so I decided because, I've always taught actors in method acting, and I'll never stop doing that because I know it's the most powerful acting technique there is out there. But because I knew a big part of my success was also this guided visualization, I decided I was going to give it to my acting students on the 10-week method acting modules because I knew if they would commit to it the way I did, they would see massive changes as well. And so many of my acting students, I am so excited to say, have been working in big, high-profile projects and getting more and more doors open for themselves and building their acting careers up. And if they can do it, you can do it. And if I can do it, you can do it. And if you're Al Pacinos and your Viola Davises and your Tom Hardys and whoever is the flavour of the month with acting right now, if they can do it, you can do it. Because an acting career is doable. But you've got to master your mindset and you've got to master method acting. When you put those 2 things together, you will take consistent action. You will hold your own feet to the fire and you will do it and you will make it happen. And it will make you an easy yes for casting directors and agents. So now you've heard all this, I hope you're feeling fired up. I hope you're feeling more knowledgeable. And if you've already heard all this before, I hope the refresher is really good for you and it's sparking an extra bit of fire in your belly. And again, I'm going to invite you to apply for a place on the January 2025 10-week method acting modules because if you are deadly serious about making big things happen with your acting career in 2025, if you are serious about getting cast and getting cast more often and getting to more auditions, that is the training for you. So the link is www.standbymethod.com. When you hit acting training, just click 10-week method acting training, read up on it, you'll see all the dates there, or you can just click the link underneath where you've pressed play. But this is going to make the biggest difference to your acting career. There is just one thing I need to say though. This training is not for people who are going to make excuses. It's not for people who want everything done for them. It's for those people who are so passionate about acting that they know they have to make this happen. They know it's now or never. They're not going to spend another minute messing around with the excuses in their head. They're going all in. And if that's you and you're passionate and you want to go all in, this is the right training for you. See you soon. I've absolutely loved hanging out with you, and I really hope you found this episode inspiring. If you have, please do rate the podcast and hit follow so you never miss an episode, and I can help more actors like you. And come and join one of the most supportive, uplifting acting communities on socials, the Unstoppable Actors Facebook group, where you'll get your weekly injection of inspiration, networking, and receive your free Method Actors handbook so you can become an unstoppable actor.